Okay, finally rolling. Oh man, technology. My Juneteenth video was pretty serious. I wanted to do a lighter video. This isn't really lighter, but I do have on this shirt. This shirt is fucking dope. I got it for Father's Day. No, I do not have children. If any of my family members are watching, no, I do not have children. Aside from these two children, I have cats. Cats. I have cats, okay? Not human children, like feline children. And my girlfriend got me this shirt. So, rocking this because it's awesome as fuck. And let's get into it. Apparently, cities are sinking into the fucking ground. What is that? National Geographic, right here. We got it up. These cities are sinking into. They should have said the fucking ground, but they're sinking into the ground. And so, human activity and natural forces can cause parts of the Earth's surface to sink. These cities are facing a double whammy: sinking land and rising seas. So they're going to get into it a little bit further, but some of it is what we're doing out of necessity, because that's the way that we would need to get a very key resource, and some of it is just us just being garbage to the planet and just reaping what we sow. So let's look at this. New York City, that's where they start. They're going to talk about a lot of other cities, but New York City is slowly but surely sinking into the Atlantic Ocean. Researchers recently showed that the city creeps 0.04 to 0.08 inches towards sea level every year, combined with sea rise. Without the sea level rise, this wouldn't really be that big of an issue. So we're kind of, all right, burning the candle at both ends. That's not the right way to say this. It's like we're screwing ourselves over twice as hard. I don't know. But yeah, so every year, the average global sea level rise is about 0.1 inches. But in some parts, Jakarta, the annual sea level rise can be closer to 10 inches. That is incredible. When I saw that the first time, I was blown away. And some of you out there are going to be like, what? It just changed 10 inches. You understand this is the Earth, right? It has, for us to live in certain places on Earth, things have to kind of remain a certain way, and things lowering and raising is kind of a concern. So the tides aren't just rising. The city is literally sinking into the ground. How crazy is that? So thanks to a perfect storm of human factors and unfortunate geography, Jakarta is among the world's fastest sinking cities, with more than 40% of the city now below sea level, and storms possibly intensifying due to climate change. Flooding in Jakarta has become so frequent and severe that the Indonesian government plans to relocate its capital to an entirely different island. What is that? They got to move their capital. That's how serious this is. And I know a lot of you can even hear something like that, and it just gets one ear out the other. Not to say that that's a fault of you. It's just we're conditioned to be that way, caring about people that are so far away. We can't, care about and worry about everything that happens to everyone on the planet all the time, or otherwise we'll go crazy. But keep this in mind. A country's capital has to move because of this issue. And that is like a canary in the coal mine. And there's some other example as well. But here's part of the reason why this is happening, and that's aquifers. So people need to drink water, and human beings have this love of living in places that don't have enough of it. So here they say people need water, but when cities turn to underground aquifers, they can inadvertently create enormous subsidence. And that's subsidence is the lowering, the sinking into the ground. They can create problems there. Here's a quote. I can say without a doubt that groundwater pumping is the main cause of land subsidence all over the world. For sure, the most important one affecting cities, says this person. So here they say the rock and sediment in certain underground aquifers act like sponges, pockmarked with empty spaces called pores that are filled with water. If the water is removed, the pores can squish or sink under the weight of the overlying earth. especially if there's a whole city on it. This is why pumping underground water can cause ground to compact. So, I'm not really hating on people for getting water from aquifers. I mean, it's probably is one of those things where with what people knew, it just seemed like a good idea at the time. Who knows? But yeah, it caused some real problems. You got Mexico City over here. Groundwater extractions causing up to 14 inches of subsidence every year. Within the last century, the Mexican capital has sunk by about 33 feet, warping buildings and disrupting infrastructure. Yeah, if we're trying to build things on a foundation and that foundation is supposed to be flat, then yeah, if the ground warps, that's going to cause problems to absolutely everything. This is how, when we have these types of things that happen, why they're so important and why I stress for more people to, become aware of these issues is because you got to think about this stuff when you vote. This right here, you got to think about this stuff when you actually vote because it's important. And if we vote for people that not only are misinformed, but maybe just completely unaware of these issues, then guess what? We are screwed thoroughly. So, please, this is the reason why I do this. I mean, I do this for myself too, to educate myself because it's going to keep me focused on this. So yeah, much of Mexico City was built over a filled-in lake, and the old lake bed is soft, waterlogged, and easily squashed. You got parts of the Netherlands, for instance, the land is sinking 0.15 to 0.2 inches per year. Some geologists there say that it's largely because human beings are meddling with the wetlands. And here they just finish it off with saying many large cities from Shanghai to Jakarta to Cairo sit atop river deltas, often flat, fertile plains at the mouths of rivers. So this is just one thing. This isn't even like something that's supposed to be, we're all supposed to just focus on this one thing. There are other environmental impacts that are happening that are so nuanced. It is insane. So, for the people that I think about and I'm like, what is it going to take for them to actually get on board with the fact that we have problems with our climate and that there are very real impacts that will come from that? Well, all I got to say to you right now, cities are sinking into the fucking ground.